So I recently watched some Mark Zuckerberg videos, and I have heard all the memes about him, people thinking he's a lizard or something, and I was like, is it really that bad? I wanted to check out how Mark Zuckerberg truly was, because I haven't seen that much of him up until that point. And so I checked out some Mark Zuckerberg videos of like the way he acts, the way he talks, the way he behaves in general. And when I watched that, I ended up feeling really depressed, because what I ended up seeing was someone who desperately tries his hardest to act like a normal human being, but failing because he is simply too incompetent to do that. And you can make whatever jokes you want. Oh yeah, he is a secret lizard, but he cannot let anyone know that, so this is why he pretends to be a human. This is why he needs to convince everyone that he is a human. But I feel like everyone who is on the autism spectrum can kind of relate to that. Everyone on the autism spectrum who is in like social situations will be like, remember to smile, remember to blink, which is kind of what you see in all the Mark Zuckerberg videos, with like the way he acts, like he tries to smile, he tries to blink or whatever. And I feel like it's something that, yeah, I have also recently tried to do as someone who is also on the autism spectrum. And after seeing all the Mark Zuckerberg videos, I was like, am I just as incompetent as him? Because in my mind, I am like, when I try to act human, I convince everyone that I am human, but do people think I am some fucking AI or a lizard just like him? And I have seen all the jokes. Mark Zuckerberg failed to pass the I am not human CAPTCHA test, which is like funny during the first second, but then you realize how serious it is.
No, but it's not funny. At the end of the day, is it? It's serious.
A few months ago, I uploaded that video onto this channel titled I Hate My Voice, and I will admit that that video is somewhat hard to watch, because in that video I end up spurging out. I am literally spurging out in that video. I am like, oh, all the girls reject me because of this stupid spurgy ass voice. However, a lot of the things that I have said in that video are things I still stand by, unfortunately. Whenever I watch my own videos, the videos I record, like for example this one, once I upload it and then watch it on my own, I just listen to myself and I watch myself and I am like, holy crap, why do I sound so fucking robotic? Why do I act so fucking robotic? Why am I the way I am? And literally the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, it's because of the camera. It's because of the fucking camera. The camera does me dirty. I only act like this when I am on camera. But when I am with girls, when I am around attractive girls, then I am charismatic, then I am more natural and stuff. And I think this kind of coping is not really healthy. It doesn't lead to any good results, because after all, I want to sound more charismatic and natural, even when I talk to the camera. Which is why, over the past few months, I have been thinking more and more, am I like this Also, when I am around other people in real life, when I am around attractive girls, attractive guys, and when I am in the presence of other people in real life, am I just as awkward, horrible, and unnatural as I am on camera? And those kinds of thoughts mess me up. Because when I watch my own videos, I fucking cringe. I am like, this guy on camera, he doesn't behave natural, he doesn't sound natural when he talks. And this is quite terrifying because of the phenomenon that we like to call Uncanny Valley. Basically, when something is barely human. People are not afraid when something is human. So, a person is not scary because a person is human. And when something is not human, then it's neither scary because it's not human. So a stone is not scary. But when something is barely human, almost human, that's when it becomes terrifying. That's when you get to the uncanny territory. And so when I watch my own videos, I am like, this guy is barely human. He sounds barely human. He acts barely human. And that is terrifying. Which is why I assume that every other person I meet has the same impression of me, which hurts. I know the saying, you should not care what everyone else thinks of you, but I have to care to some level what other people think of me for several reasons. First of all, I want to become a successful YouTuber. I want to spread my message. I want to help other people on the internet. And I have realized that if I sound too awkward, too uncanny, then my message will get lost because people will get too distracted by the way I speak, the way I look. And you might be saying, oh, those people that get easily distracted, they are shallow, you should not care about those people. But look at every other successful YouTuber that is spreading their message and helping other people. Jordan Peterson, Chris Williamson, Hamza, even Andrew Tate. Think of all the big content creators with that are spreading their opinions on the internet. How many people do you think are watching them and getting way too distracted by the way they talk and the way they act to hear what they are saying? I wouldn't assume that many. At least I don't. When I see an Andrew Tate video, I don't get distracted by the way he talks and I actually hear what he has to say, whether I agree or disagree with his messages. But when I watch myself, my own videos, I unfortunately do get distracted. And I think this is evident because in a lot of the videos where I am trying to actually give out a good message, I usually get very little views and or hate comments. And the only videos where I actually get more views and get more supportive or constructive criticism, like the kind of good comments that come from the heart, are usually in videos where I hate on myself. Not the videos where I try to help other people, the videos where I am hating on myself. I feel like people only watch me for sympathy. And I want to change that, which is why I desperately want to work on myself. And also, the thing about relationships, I don't know about you, and I don't know what you think, but I personally, I would love to start a family once together with a woman. But every single girl that I have been interested in, pretty much, they have always brutally rejected me, and I don't want that to happen again, which is why I want to know what is wrong with me, why I get brutally rejected by everyone, so that I don't get brutally rejected again. And you might be thinking, oh, if a girl brutally rejects you, it's because you weren't meant for her, find someone else. But I don't think you truly understand my situation. Like in my situation, people did not even want to go to a first date with me most of the time, which means that there has to be something wrong with me. Like people did not even want to give me one chance. And so I assume a lot of this might have to do with the fact that the people I am interested in simply get repulsed by the way I talk and the way I look. And you might be thinking that, oh, they are shallow anyways, don't care about them. But at the same time, I don't want to creep other people out. I don't want people to perceive me as like the fucking AI robot. Because then all the messages that I want to deliver, all the things I want to do in life might get lost because the way I talk and the way I act might be too distracting. And I mean, I don't want a girlfriend who is like robotic and awkward. I want someone who is natural, which is why I have to give something to the table myself. I have to be natural myself, which is why I need to work on that. I need a lot of help because in every goddamn video I watch of myself, I'm always a fucking robot for no fucking reason, and it makes me sad. You probably don't think I ever get sad from like the videos you watch, because you assume that robots don't have feelings. But I get fucking sad. I don't want to be this awkward, barely human. Yeah, because when you're barely human, you don't feel human at all. You feel less worth when you are this like uncanny. I hope you can understand that. This is something I don't want to just accept. I don't just want to accept myself for who I am. I actually want to work on this and get rid of this behavior once and for all. And I want to get rid of this like spurgy ass behavior. I want to be more natural. I need a lot of help. I need a lot of guidance on how to be more normal. I try to be normal even now. I try to be natural right now. Okay. Here, within the last seconds, if you're still watching the video, I'm gonna try to be as natural as possible. And right now, I think I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, yes, I'm so natural. But then when I will watch this video, I will be like, holy crap, I was not natural. Why did I think I was natural? I'm the fucking robot to this very day. That's probably what will happen. But I will see. I will probably give an update on depending on how this turns out, you know.